If you ever felt like time is slipping away too quickly, one moment you are young and full of dreams, and the next, decades have passed, leaving you wondering where all the time went. Life today never slows down. Work, conversations, even the way we relax, it all feels rushed. Society tells us that being busy is a sign of success. We are constantly encouraged to do more, buy more, and achieve more, but does that really bring happiness? For many of us, reaching our 50s, 60s, or beyond is a turning point. We begin to ask deeper questions. What truly matters? Is it the material things we have accumulated over the years? Or is it something else? The truth is, the things that once seemed important, bigger houses, newer cars, and expensive gadgets, start to lose their meaning. What remains is the desire for peace, fulfillment, and meaningful connections. This video is about embracing a different way of living, one that goes against the rush of modern society. It's about slowing down, appreciating the simple joys of life, and letting go of the unnecessary burdens that weigh us down. This is not about giving up everything or living in isolation. It's about making intentional choices that bring true happiness. If you have ever felt overwhelmed by the fast pace of life or found yourself chasing things that never truly satisfy you, this message is for you. In the next sections, I will share a personal story of transformation followed by practical ways to embrace a slower, more meaningful life. Let's begin. James and the journey to a simpler life. James had spent most of his life working hard, providing for his family, and chasing success. For years, he believed that happiness came from financial security and the things he could buy. He worked long hours, bought a big house, and filled it with expensive furniture, gadgets, and clothes. But even with everything he had worked for, something inside him still felt empty. When James turned 65 and retired, he suddenly had time to reflect. He realized that his house was filled with things he barely used. Closets were packed with clothes he hadn't worn in years. The garage held tools, sports equipment, and old furniture that had been collecting dust. He even found kitchen appliances still in their original packaging. Over the years, he had spent so much time accumulating that he never questioned whether he actually needed any of it. Then, one day, James made a choice that changed everything. He decided to let go. He sold his large home and moved into a small, cozy apartment near a park. This meant getting rid of many things he had collected over the years. At first, it was difficult. Letting go of objects that carried memories was emotional. Some items had been gifts, and others reminded him of certain periods in his life. The hardest part was realizing how much he had spent on things he never truly needed. But something surprising happened. As he cleared out the excess, he started to feel lighter, both physically and emotionally. The fewer things he owned, the more he appreciated what remained. Instead of focusing on possessions, he began focusing on experiences. He spent more time reading, walking in nature, and reconnecting with old friends. He even started learning to cook, something he never had time for before. Most importantly, James found peace. Without the clutter, his home became a place of relaxation. Without the pressure to buy more, his financial situation improved. Without constant distractions, he finally had time to reflect on what truly mattered. James's story is not unique. Many people reach a point in their lives where they realize that material possessions do not bring lasting happiness. The true wealth of life is found in the relationships we nurture, the experiences we enjoy, and the moments of quiet contentment. If James's story resonates with you, perhaps it's time to ask yourself, are the things you own adding value to your life? Or are they simply taking up space? Are you holding on to things out of habit, or because they truly bring you joy? In the next section, we will talk about why modern society pushes us to consume endlessly and how stepping away from this cycle can lead to a more fulfilling life. The pressure of modern society and the endless race. We live in a world where success is often measured by how much we own. Advertisements constantly tell us that we need the latest phone, the biggest TV, or the most luxurious vacation. Social media shows us images of people with perfect homes, expensive cars, and extravagant lifestyles, making us feel like we are falling behind. Society encourages us to believe that happiness is just one more purchase away. But at the finish line of this race, will we ever feel truly content? Many of us grew up in a time when life was simpler. Decades ago, people valued what they had, repaired things instead of replacing them, and spent more time together rather than glued to screens. Families gathered for dinner without distractions, and children played outside instead of staring at devices. There was a sense of community, of shared experiences, that did not depend on money. Today, everything has changed. The pressure to consume has never been stronger. We are encouraged to work harder, earn more, and buy more, often at the cost of our health, relationships, and peace of mind. We fill our homes with things we barely use, yet we still feel like something is missing. The excitement of buying something new fades quickly, leaving us searching for the next thing to bring temporary happiness. The psychology of consumerism. There is a reason why shopping feels good. Studies show that buying new things releases dopamine, the same chemical in our brains that creates a feeling of pleasure. This is why people often buy things when they feel stressed, bored, or unhappy. But this happiness is short-lived. After the excitement wears off, we are left with the same emotions as before, plus a little less money and a little more clutter. Think about it. How many times have you bought something, felt excited for a day or two, and then forgotten about it? That new gadget, that trendy outfit, that expensive decoration. How many of them actually changed your life in a meaningful way? The truth is, modern society thrives on making us feel like we are never enough. If we are always chasing more, we will always be spending. This benefits businesses, but it often leaves us feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and financially stressed, breaking free from the cycle. But what if we stepped away from this cycle? What if, instead of always wanting more, we started appreciating what we already have? If you feel tired of this constant race, you are not alone. Many people reach a stage in life where they realize that true happiness does not come from things, it comes from experiences, relationships, and inner peace. Imagine waking up and, for the first time in years, feeling completely free. Imagine enjoying a quiet cup of coffee without scrolling through advertisements or feeling the need to upgrade something in your life. Imagine feeling content not because you have everything, but because you have enough. The good news is, we don't have to stay trapped in the cycle of consumerism. In the next section, we will explore what truly brings happiness and why it has nothing to do with material possessions. The lesson from simplifying: happiness does not come from possessions. For most of our lives, we are told that success and happiness come from having more money, more achievements, more possessions. But if that were true, why do so many people, especially those with great wealth, still feel unfulfilled? The truth is, real happiness is not about what we own, it is about how we live. Think back to the happiest moments in your life. Was it unboxing something new? Or was it the laughter of your grandchildren filling the room? Was it when you purchased the latest smartphone? Or was it when you sat quietly watching the sunrise with a loved one? What truly brings happiness? Psychologists have studied happiness for decades, and the findings are clear. Strong relationships. The longest-running study on happiness from Harvard University found that the key to a fulfilling life is not wealth or status, but meaningful connections with family, friends, and community. The quality of our relationships has a direct impact on our well-being. Experiences over things. People who spend money on experiences, such as travel, hobbies, or learning new skills, report higher satisfaction than those who spend on material goods. Experiences create lasting memories, while objects quickly lose their novelty. Gratitude and contentment. Happiness does not come from getting more, it comes from appreciating what we already have. The simple act of recognizing our blessings, our health, our loved ones, a peaceful home, can dramatically increase our sense of fulfillment. A simple exercise to shift perspective. Take a moment to write down 5 things that truly make you happy, not things you own, but experiences and feelings that bring you joy. It might be sitting in the garden with a cup of tea, talking with an old friend, taking a walk in nature, listening to your favorite music, or watching your grandchildren play. Now look at that list. How many of these things require money? How many are about possessions? Most likely, the answer is very few. This is why simplifying life, reducing the unnecessary and focusing on what truly matters, can lead to deeper, more lasting happiness. Letting go of the illusion. When we realize that more possessions do not equal more happiness, we can start letting go of the things that do not serve us. This does not mean living without comfort, but it does mean being intentional about what we bring into our lives. Instead of chasing more, try asking, what can I release today to feel lighter tomorrow? A cluttered life leads to a cluttered mind, but when we simplify, we make room for the things that truly matter. In the next section, we will talk about practical steps to slow down and live more intentionally. Starting with how we approach our homes, our spending, and our daily routines. How to start living a slower and more intentional life, now that we understand that true happiness does not come from material possessions. The next question is, how do we begin to live more slowly and intentionally? It is not about making drastic changes overnight. Instead, it's about small, conscious steps that lead to a simpler, more fulfilling life. Here are 5 practical ways to start. Declutter your space. Let go of what you don't need. One of the easiest ways to simplify your life is to remove the excess. The things we own often take up mental space as well as physical space. When we clear out what we don't need, we free our minds as well. How to start? Choose one small area, a drawer, a shelf, or a closet, and remove anything you haven't used in the past year. Ask yourself, does this item add value to my life? If not, donate it, sell it, or give it to someone who might need it. Work gradually. Decluttering is not a one-time event, it's a habit. James, from our earlier story, said that after downsizing, he felt lighter and more at peace. He no longer had to worry about organizing or maintaining so many things. Instead, his home became a place of relaxation. Simplify your spending. Buy less. Choose better. Many people buy things not because they need them but because they are bored, stressed, or influenced by advertising. Learning to spend money more intentionally can bring financial freedom and peace of mind. How to start? Before buying something, ask yourself, do I truly need this? Or am I just buying out of habit? Try the 30-day rule. If you want to buy something that is not essential, wait 30 days. If you still want it after that, consider buying it. Often, the urge disappears. Spend on moments, not objects. A trip to see family, a long conversation over coffee, or picking up an old hobby. These will outlast any gadget. Create moments of stillness in your day. Living slowly isn't just about decluttering your home, it's about decluttering your mind and your days. Many people fill every moment with distractions, from social media to television. But true rest comes from stillness. How to start? Begin your morning without checking your phone. Instead, sit quietly, enjoy a cup of coffee, or take a few deep breaths. Go for a short walk every day without any distractions. Simply observe the world around you. Take a few minutes each evening to reflect on the day. What went well? What are you grateful for? What can you improve? Reconnect with people who matter. In the rush of life, we sometimes lose touch with people who truly bring us happiness. Slowing down gives us the opportunity to rebuild and strengthen relationships. How to start? Call a friend or family member you haven't spoken to in a while. Have a meal with a loved one without any distractions. No TV. No phones. Just conversation. Join a community group or hobby club where you can connect with like-minded people. James discovered that when he spent less time managing his possessions, he had more time to spend with his grandchildren. He said that those moments were far more valuable than anything money could buy. Appreciate the small joys in life. When we are always chasing the next big thing, we forget to appreciate what is right in front of us. A slower life allows us to see beauty in the little moments. How to start? Notice the sound of birds singing in the morning. Enjoy the feeling of the sun on your skin. Savor your food instead of rushing through meals. The simple things in life, love, laughter, and nature, are free but priceless. Final thought on slow living. Slowing down does not mean doing nothing. It means choosing what truly deserves your time and energy. It is about focusing on what matters and letting go of what is not. In the next section, We will discuss how to deal with the pressure of society because not everyone will understand your decision to live differently. Dealing with social pressure. Why are you living differently? When you choose to live more simply and slow down, you may notice something unexpected. Not everyone will understand. Society is built on the idea that success equals more money, more achievements, more possessions. When you decide to step away from this mindset, some people might question you. You may hear comments like, "Why don't you buy a newer car? You could afford a bigger house. Why live so simply? Aren't you afraid of missing out?" These questions often come from people who are still caught in the cycle of consumerism and busyness. They are not bad people, they simply see life differently. How to respond to criticism instead of feeling pressured. You can respond with calm confidence. I have everything I need. I don't need more to be happy. I've realized that experiences mean more to me than things. I'm choosing a life with less stress and more peace. Over time, people may even become curious about your choices. They might start to see the benefits of a life with fewer distractions and more meaning. Staying true to your path. It's easy to feel tempted by old habits. The world around you will continue to promote buying, upgrading, and staying busy. But remember, every time you choose to slow down and live intentionally, you are investing in a life that brings you real joy. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on what makes you feel truly fulfilled, whether it's spending time with loved ones, enjoying nature, or simply feeling at peace in a clutter-free home. These are the things that matter. Living simply isn't about having less, it's about making space for what truly matters. In the final section, we will bring everything together and reflect on why slowing down can lead to a happier, more meaningful life. A simple life is a worthwhile life. True happiness isn't found in what we own, it's found in how we live. For much of our lives, we are taught to chase more success, more possessions, more achievements. But as time passes, we start to see that the things we once valued don't always bring lasting fulfillment. A simpler life offers something different. It gives us stronger connections with the people we love, more time to enjoy life's quiet moments, and less stress from unnecessary worries and expectations. James learned this when he chose to let go of excess. Many others have discovered the same truth. And you can too. Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling lighter, free from the weight of things you never truly needed. Imagine feeling at peace, not because you have everything, but because you have enough. Take one step today, whether it's decluttering, spending time with loved ones, or simply appreciating a quiet moment. A life of meaning starts with small choices. If this message resonates with you, type "slow living" in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support this journey toward a simpler, more fulfilling life. Thank you for watching.